What's up, Cowboys Nation? Big news are swirling around our Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones be cooking up something major to fix the defensive line? Today, we're talking about a potential trade that's turning heads. Could former number 2 overall pick Chase Young be on his way to Dallas? That's right, there's growing speculation linking the Cowboys to Chase Young as we approach the trade deadline. And in this video, we'll break down the possibility of this move, what it means for our defensive line, and how Chase Young could impact our Super Bowl dreams. But before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your subscription helps us reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers, and you don't want to miss any of the Cowboys news we've got lined up. Alright, let's get into it. The Dallas Cowboys have a serious issue on the defensive front. With key players like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and even Marshawn Kneeland missing time, we're looking thin on the defensive line. Our pass rush, which has been the cornerstone of our defense, has taken a hit. And when you consider the fact that Jerry Jones has been slower than usual to make moves this season, fans are wondering, will he make a splash move to fix the issue? So here's where things get interesting. Chase Young. Remember him? The number 2 overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft and the guy who dominated his rookie year, winning NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year after posting 7.5 sacks. Well, there's speculation that the New Orleans Saints might be willing to part ways with Young as they gear up to be sellers at the trade deadline. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox even mentioned that Dallas would be a perfect landing spot for him. Why? Because of our injuries and because Young already has ties to our defensive line coach, Jeff Zgonina, who coached him back when he was with the Commanders. Now, let's talk about what Chase Young could bring to the Cowboys. This guy is an absolute beast when healthy. He may not have replicated his rookie success consistently, but the talent is undeniable. He's a guy who can set the edge, generate pressure, and help plug some of the holes we've seen in recent weeks. And with Young on a 1-year deal, this wouldn't be a long-term commitment. It's a high-reward, low-risk situation for Dallas. If Jerry Jones wanted to make this move, it could have an immediate impact. Alright, Cowboys Nation, let me know what you think. Would you want to see the Cowboys make a trade for Chase Young? Do you think he's the missing piece on the defensive line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. Vote in our poll. Should Jerry Jones pull the trigger or stay patient? Now, we have to keep in mind that Chase Young hasn't quite lived up to his rookie season hype since dealing with injuries. He missed significant time in 2021 and 2022, which raises the question, would he be the same dominant force in Dallas? Plus, Jerry Jones hasn't been one to jump into trades lightly this season. But if we're talking about short-term solutions for a Super Bowl run, Young might just be that boost we need to shore up the defense. Imagine a lineup where Micah Parsons and Chase Young are coming off the edge together. Opposing quarterbacks would have nightmares. If you're enjoying the breakdown so far, don't forget to subscribe to Cowboys News TV and turn on that notification bell. We're on the road to 12,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there. Your subscription means the world to us. It helps us bring you more content like this, keeping you up to date on all the latest Cowboys news, rumors, and analysis. So, where does that leave us? With all the speculation, it's hard to say whether this trade will actually happen. But what we do know is that the Cowboys have a need on the defensive line, and Chase Young could fill that void. Even if he doesn't fully return to his rookie form, he's an upgrade from what we're currently working with. At this point in the season, every move counts, and Young's talent is too much to overlook. And I want to hear from you. What do you think about the state of our defensive line? Do you think Chase Young would make a big impact, or would you rather see Jerry Jones stay patient and wait for the injured players to return? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read all of them, and I'll be jumping in to chat with you guys. Maybe even reply to a few. The Dallas Cowboys have been plagued by injuries on their defensive line, most notably to stars like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and the promising Marshawn Kneeland. With these key players missing time, the team finds itself in need of reinforcements if they want to continue competing at a high level. One name being floated in trade rumors is former number 2 overall pick, Chase Young, currently with the New Orleans Saints. Chase Young, drafted 2nd overall by the Washington football team in 2020, has had an up-and-down NFL career. He burst onto the scene by winning NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in his first season, racking up 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles. However, injuries have hampered his progress. An ACL tear in 2021 led to a lengthy recovery that caused him to miss the majority of the 2022 season. After a short stint with the San Francisco 49ers, where he played in Super Bowl 58, Young signed a 1-year contract with the New Orleans Saints in 2024. Despite his injury history, Chase Young remains an imposing figure on the defensive line. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing in at 264 pounds, his combination of size, speed, and strength still allows him to make a significant impact when healthy. With 7.5 sacks in his rookie season and flashes of brilliance throughout his career, there is no question about his potential. His experience working with Cowboys defensive line coach Jeff Zgonina, who coached him in Washington during the 2022 and 2023 seasons, further makes him a fit for Dallas. Why Chase Young to the Cowboys makes sense. Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report has speculated that the Cowboys would be a great fit for Young, especially with their mounting injuries on the defensive line. Young's familiarity with Zgonina could allow for a smoother transition, and his skill set perfectly fits the Dallas defensive scheme, which relies heavily on generating pressure from the front four to take the burden off the secondary. In particular, Young's ability to set the edge and disrupt the run would be a welcome addition to a Cowboys team that has struggled to stop the run in recent weeks. Moreover, with Young on a 1-year deal, the Cowboys wouldn't be tied to a long-term financial commitment, making this a low-risk, high-reward opportunity. His addition could also buy time for Parsons and Lawrence to fully recover without the team losing its defensive punch. Concerns around the trade. However, there are reasons for hesitation. Jerry Jones has been notoriously slow to make big trades this season, and given Chase Young's injury history, there's a level of risk associated with acquiring him. Young underwent neck surgery in March 2024, which caused him to miss part of training camp. While he has returned to play for the Saints, teams may be cautious about his long-term durability. Furthermore, Dallas may not want to give up valuable draft capital for a player who hasn't been able to consistently stay on the field. Given the depth of talent the Cowboys already possess in their front seven, Jones and the Cowboys brass might opt for internal solutions or cheaper options via free agency instead of making a move for Young. What could a trade look like? If the Cowboys were to make a move for Chase Young, it would likely involve parting with mid-round draft picks. The Saints are rumored to be sellers at the trade deadline, and Young's contract situation, being on a 1-year deal, lowers his trade value. Dallas could potentially offer a 3rd or 4th round pick, similar to the deal the 49ers made to acquire him from Washington in 2023. Given his talent, though, other teams could be interested in Young, which might drive up the price. The San Francisco 49ers, Baltimore Ravens, and Seattle Seahawks could all be in the mix if Young becomes available. Is Jerry Jones ready to pull the trigger? While it's difficult to predict Jerry Jones' next move, it's clear that the Cowboys need to address their defensive line if they want to make a serious playoff push. As the team sits at 3-3 heading into the bye week, they've shown flashes of dominance but also exposed weaknesses, especially on defense. The decision to pursue Chase Young may ultimately come down to Jones' willingness to gamble on a high-potential player with injury concerns. It would be a bold move, but it could provide the jolt the Cowboys need to get back on track as they head into the second half of the season. For now, Chase Young remains an intriguing trade target, and if the Cowboys decide to make a move, they could end up with one of the league's most talented pass rushers in their quest to shore up the defense. Would you like to see Chase Young in a Dallas Cowboys uniform? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Cowboys News TV for all the latest updates.